Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's talk some sports. Let's start with the NFL. This is opening week for the NFL, the National Football League. I'm excited. You know, obviously,
Of course.
I'm a 49ers fan, San Francisco 49ers, for those that don't know.
It's unfortunate.
Actually, we're tied for the most Super Bowls in the NFL history. So, I'm used to winning. Sorry, who's your team?
It was the Buffalo Bills and the New
right.
Orleans Saints.
So we lost 4 Super Bowls in a row, and
we've been there.
One. Got it.
We've been there.
Got it. All right. So back to what I was saying in regards to the NFL. The NFL is probably in North America the number one sport when it comes to just fanfare and generating money, which is kind of crazy because it has the shortest season. They play once a week. But there's so much excitement. I think they've done an amazing job of engaging the fans. They were the first sport, I guess, really that betting was at its peak.
It's America's game, baby.
Yeah. So, with all the positions and how they've marketed the quarterback, fantasy, like everything is just it's entertainment at its peak when it comes to sports.
For sure.
So this week on Thursday, the first game of the season is the Baltimore Ravens at the Kansas City Chiefs, the back-to-back Super Bowl champions. In KC. KC is 3-point favorites right now. Who do you got?
Oh, I got Kansas City. I'm not even going to play with that.
Okay. All right. Dope. I'm really high on the Ravens this year.
Yeah.
I think, and this is going to be part of my hot take at the end. Actually, I'll just say it now. I believe the Ravens are probably going to beat Kansas City Actually, no. I'm going to save that. I'm going to rephrase that. My hot take, and I'll say it right now. I'll get it all out off rip.
Get it, bro.
Kansas City will not make the conference finals this year, even though I just drafted Kelsey as my first tight end in my fantasy. I think it's going to be Baltimore and Miami in the AFC Championship game.
You heard it here first, people. He said Baltimore versus Miami. AFC
Championship game. That's my pick on the AFC. I'll give you the NFC, after. But I think Baltimore wins this game. I think first games of the season are tough for everybody. Regardless if you're home or on the road. Obviously, you have the energy of the fans, but it's just not the same. Now, keep in mind, I believe it's ring night there. So the energy is going to be up. But typically, ring nights aren't good for the home team. They're celebrating. They're not in that locked-in mode.
They feel good about themselves.
Yeah, and they're still celebrating, past victories. So I have Baltimore covering the 3-point spread. Baltimore has also got one of the best running backs in NFL history. In getting Henry over from the Tennessee Titans. So with the number one rushing offense of last year. The MVP, the 2-time MVP, Lamar Jackson. I think it's just and they're motivated. I think it's and a Baltimore defense that's always good year in, year out.
They've been good for many years.
It's tough to win 3 Super Bowls in a row. I don't know if I don't think it's ever been done. I'm gonna bet on the side of history in that sense. Any other games stand out for you week 1?
I like this Eagles Green Bay game.
Okay.
On Friday. I'm gonna go with
that's
the
in
Eagles.
Brazil, right? I think that one's in Brazil, if I remember. Yeah,
That's
the first game in Sao Paulo.
That's nuts by itself. I'm picking the Eagles in that game though.
Okay. I think they're gonna have a good year this year too.
Yeah, I was thinking they're gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're gonna go. I'm going with the Bills though over the Cardinals. And then I'm going with Bengals over Patriots.
Okay. All right.
I don't think that's really crazy. What other game would I want to watch? I'm gonna go with the Lions over the Rams.
All right, so we got Matt Stafford coming back.
Yeah, we're going Lions over
Last
Rams.
time he came, they lost though, right? You guys won. Detroit won.
It
Oh,
is
sorry, not
what
you
it
guys.
is.
Sorry, Detroit won.
He feels like I'm a
keep-
Detroit
it's
fan because I'm a Pistons fan.
Yeah, my
I do
bad.
like the city of Detroit.
Yeah,
Big up.
yeah.
Nah, but I'm gonna give it to the Lions.
Okay, all right. For me, I think I'm the obviously the other game that I'm looking for is the Monday nighter, San Francisco, my Niners versus the Jets. The Jets are on the road. A lot of storylines there. Obviously, the Niners are coming off the Super Bowl loss, and but we have pretty much the same team. We had a lot of turmoil over the offseason. We had to sign everybody. Brendan Ayuk. Just to name a few, and he had the biggest holdout. But we've signed everybody, and the team looks whole. I was afraid of not getting Trent Williams back, the best right guard in the league, or left guard in the league, and but we got him back, and so we're set up for another run. Obviously Aaron Rodgers is now back. He was injured on the first drive of the first game of last year, sat out the whole season.
How wild is that?
And they had Super Bowl aspirations in New York, but that's such a freak incident in that sense. Aaron Rodgers is from the Bay Area, so he grew up a 49ers fan. Like why would you not be a 49ers fan? Like if you like winning, but so I'm excited about that game. I do have the Jets covering the spread. It is 4.5 right now. I've seen the line moving up and down throughout the week, but the line is actually, it moved down to 3 at a certain point, and then it's now back up to 4.5. I just feel like Aaron Rodgers is him, and he's just in every game if you give him a chance. But I also feel, and I'll say this, my other prediction is that the 49ers will play the Philadelphia Eagles. So the teams that...
Is that not what I was about to say? Go ahead,
all right. Yeah, like minds, great minds, right?
Go ahead.
We'll play the Philadelphia Eagles in the conference finals. The two teams that have lost to the Kansas City Chiefs in the last two Super Bowls face each other in the conference finals, and obviously the Niners win to go on and play Baltimore in the Super Bowl, which is a rematch of the 2014 Super Bowl that had Beyonce shut it down when we were up at half and then lost to Baltimore. So but me saying that is very NFL. So what do you think? Any hot takes for you? Any
I think the Bills are gonna get through this year. I think we're gonna see the Bills in the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
I said
the
it.
take. That's a hot take.
I said it.
I think we're gonna clip that one up and save it.
Yeah, click it up. Click it up. Click, whatever you want to do to the. Going with the Bills, you'll see me in the jersey next week when they win.
So the Bills are winning it all? Super Bowl, everything?
No, I think they're going to be in the Super Bowl, though.
Okay, all right.
I think they're going to be in the Super Bowl.
Who do you got from the NFC other than the San Francisco 49ers?
I feel like I said the Eagles.
Okay, Eagles?
I think it's the Eagles this year.
Yeah, they got Saquon. Saquon
So
is a huge. I think he's going to make a huge difference. I think they may be, with Baltimore, probably the best 2-1-2 rushing offenses in the league. They signed a couple big wide receivers. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with Philly. It's going to be an exciting year. We'll have picks for you all season. We'll have power rankings.
For sure.
We'll be fully engaged, and let us know. Hit us up and stay in contact with us when it comes to your opinions. We want to hear from you guys. In I guess some somber San Francisco 49er news, our rookie wide receiver, Ricky Parasol, was shot in an altercation. He suffered a gunshot wound to the chest during an attempted robbery last Saturday, but was released from hospital on Sunday afternoon. That's great to hear.
That's great news.
Getting shot in the chest and being able to leave the hospital the next day. I didn't see much more in regards to how the altercation started, what the altercation was about.
I thought it was a robbery attempt.
It was just, but that was it. It wasn't, because I thought I also read that there was a couple people injured. Another male suffered some injuries, so I don't know if it was the assailant or the other person that was with Ricky. But all in all, I'm just glad that no one's losing their life over some loser shit.
But it's like
Like
you're in the. Listen, I'm gonna say something. It might not be the most appealing to people, and they're young. But you're in the NFL. You have a ton of life ahead of you.
yeah.
You have a ton of people you support. Try to stay out of those areas. I know you want to go to the club. You want to be outside. You got jewelry. You just got drafted. You might have a nice car, but
God. That's like
it's hard for me to tell a young boy to relax.
That's impossible, bro.
But listen,
but you're saying
everything
the right
you
thing.
want
You're saying the right thing.
will come to you.
Yeah, you're saying the right thing.
Nah, for real. Everything you want is going to
are.
come to you. You
Yeah.
got this.
I just think some people have to learn it the hard way, unfortunately, especially if you don't have certain guidance in place to or guardrails to kind of help you stay on the straight and narrow. A lot of this is at random. When I first heard it, only because we know athletes and so on and so forth, that the jewelry is it's enticing. That's a lick for somebody starving,
over
right?
a girl even.
Yeah, right. So that's the first thing that came up to me, that he was blinging and somebody was hating and was looking for a quick flip. But I'm glad that that's over. Anything else on the NFL before we move on?
No,
we're good?
guys, have a great Sunday.
Good luck with all your picks. Yeah.
Put your feet up, watch a few games.
At least week 1, order some food, kick it with some friends and family, and
make it an event.
That's what we did. It got too much. It got the significant others. It's like golf. It's football could take a whole day.
That's a fact,
right? So good luck to everybody in their picks throughout the whole year. Before we get to baseball, I do want to say just 2 quick things. Kylian Mbappe scored his first goal. We'll leave that at that.
Bullet
for Real Madrid, and Arsenal tied in the EPL. So
Villa won 2-1 versus Leicester City. So you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So MLB, we're in the we're in the home stretch, the last month of the season.
Yes, we are.
Which is still like 25 games for every team, which is
ridiculous.
Like every night they play in baseball. Listen, it's an exercise in attrition, but this is where the cream of the crop rises. In MLB, and we were talking about how the MLB playoffs are so exciting to watch, night in, night out.
They are.
I honestly feel like I wish the MLB playoffs were longer, like almost like hockey or basketball. To be honest with you, I think it's that good. I think they could monetize off it. Obviously, the Major League Baseball is, it's still governed by a lot of the old guards that don't want to change the sport too much. So if any sport, baseball is like that. Why baseball isn't going to electronic strike zone baffles me. Absolutely baffles me.
I think they should, though.
I get human error in the game, but when you can get it right, why not get it right? Right. So I do have some qualms with Major League Baseball at the end of the day, but right now, as standings show, as I pull it up right now, we got the leader in the AL East being the New York Yankees. They're half a game up on the Baltimore Orioles. I guess the best team in baseball right now, or the best division in baseball right now, is the AL Central. They got 3 teams that are in playoff position right now. So the Guardians, Cleveland, they're leading the division. But close behind them are the Minnesota Twins, 3.5 back, and the Kansas City Royals, which is kind of a surprise because they were absolute trash last year, and they're 4.5 back. Houston Astros are leading the AL West, and the defending World Series champions, the Texas Rangers, are 10 back, so it doesn't look like they're going back to the playoffs at all. But if we talk wild card, it looks like the playoffs as we speak right now would be Yankees, Guardians, Astros, Orioles, Twins, and KC. So out of all of those teams that I mentioned, who do you think finishes off the season? Who wins the pennant? Right, so who's the best team out of all of those teams? I think for me, if I have to pick right now, I would probably go with the Yankees.
And I was gonna say, how are you gonna bet against the Yanks?
Yeah, I think I'd have to go
It's
against
so
the Yanks.
hard because when it's playoff baseball,
Yeah,
they just turn it to another level,
yeah,
regardless of who's on the field.
yeah. Yeah, the Yankees I think are a safe pick. They also probably have the most dangerous lineup in baseball. You know, when healthy, you know, if you can have Judge and and Soto, you know, it's nuts. We'll get to the other great teams in the NL. But I think I'm going to go with that. In the National League, we got the Philadelphia Phillies that are in first place in the AL East. Up 7 games on the Atlanta Braves, which is kind of odd to me. But Philly's just been that team all year. We also have the Milwaukee Brewers up 10 games on the Chicago Cubs in the NL Central.
That's wild. I've never seen the Brewers be good.
They've always been kind of good, but never great.
I said what I said.
Yeah, I got it. Enough said. And then we have the great Dodgers, who are like the Yankees pretty much every year, leading the NL West, which is no surprise. Up 5 games on the San Diego Padres. So the wild card situation for the National League, obviously the Dodgers are in first place, Philly in second, Brewers are in third for leading their divisions, but we also have the San Diego Padres, Arizona Diamondbacks, and the Atlanta Braves finishing off the wild card. So I ask you the same pennant. Who wins the pennant right now? We have the Dodgers up, I believe, by 2 games.
I'm going to go with the Dodgers.
Yeah. Okay.
You know why.
Yeah, listen, I'm not going to argue with you. They
The
have the best.
MVP, right?
Okay, so we have 2 conversations.
They got
right now.
the MVP, right?
Enough said. We're agreeing on that. So let's extend
Shohei is incredible.
Let's extend this conversation then. So do you have? So we both have the Yankees versus the Dodgers in the World Series,
We do.
right? Okay.
Which is polarizing because that's LA versus New York.
Okay, granted. So I have Aaron Judge as the American League MVP right now,
Okay.
and I have Shohei Ohtani as the National League MVP right now.
I'm good with that.
Okay, got it.
I like Gunnar Henderson. I like
Okay,
Jaron
that's a good
Duran.
pick.
I
Another
like
good pick.
Bobby Witt Jr.
Jaron Duran was the All-Star Game MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah. I love Francisco Lindor.
Yeah, he's amazing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let's keep it up.
I just, for me, no one else matters if you're going to get 50 and 50. We talked about it last week.
Yep.
Nothing else
I'm
matters.
not mad at
If
you.
Judge is going to break his record potentially, and Shohei's going to have 50-50 year, that is it. Now, if we're able to get a New York LA World Series, bro, that might be the most epic World Series that
Incredible.
we've seen in our lifetime.
The only thing
bro.
better would be a Subway Series.
But we've seen that in our lifetime, though, and that didn't go very well for the Mets, if I remember correctly.
I was too young to appreciate
Oh, got it. Yeah. If I
was
remember
too
that,
young to appreciate
yeah, that
it.
didn't go too well for the Mets. But I would love to. And the thing about the Subway Series, which was the problem, is that it was marginalized. So if you're outside of New York, you don't care.
No,
but now
nobody
you
cares.
have West Coast versus East Coast.
Exactly.
You got National
And
League versus
everything in
American League,
between.
and now you have to pick a side.
Exactly.
You dig? So
Exactly.
and so I have them as MVP. I also have Aaron Judge winning the batting, not the batting title, the home run title. So we'll see how that pans out. As we get towards the
Who
end
you
of the
got
year.
for your Cy Young winners?
Pitching.
I'm hearing Chris Sale.
Chris Sale's always a good pick. I don't know.
Tariq.
I think I'm gonna go with Skubal from the Detroit
Tariq Skubal?
Tigers. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Skubal. He's just been dominant through the whole year.
I think his record is 16-4 right now. ERA 2.51
And 16-4 in this day and age is amazing.
with 27 games pitched. So,
Yeah, it's amazing
He's
'cause
doing really well.
you don't even get those attempts anymore. You don't get the attempt to complete games. You don't even get a chance to finish off your no hitter.
He has 201 strikeouts.
Yeah, I think he's who I would go with right now.
He's him, huh?
Yeah, I would go with that for my
I
Cy
feel
Young. But for Rookie of the Year, I'd probably go with that. I'm drawing a blank right now. I'll pull up his name. The pitcher from the Pirates.
Louis? Hold on. Let me get that over.
Yeah, we'll get that for you guys in a second. But yeah, so that's who I have for my picks for the year-end awards.
It's gonna be an awesome playoffs.
Yeah,
we will continue to keep you guys locked in on what's going on. I'm gonna just throw some names out there.
Yeah.
Jackson Merrill.
Okay.
Wyatt Langford.
Okay.
Paul Scanes.
There we go. That's who it is.
Colton Cowser.
Yeah, Paul Scanes. That's who it is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got some dope young talent out there.
Yeah, I think. But him, he started the All-Star game. So, like when you're that good, you know, it's undeniable.
He was born in 2002, bro.
It's undeniable. Stop it.
Facts.
Stop it.
May 29, 2002, bro. Does that not put you in your place? He's in the major leagues right now.
Listen.
All right, then.
The world goes on. Like, that's a
fact.
That's 2002, eh?
Yeah.
Wow.
LeBron was just getting ready to come in the league when he was born.
Wow. What's LeBron going to season 22 right now? Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's just about there because he came in 2003.
Wow.
But yo,
time, bro.
Talked about this guy last week's show.
Yeah.
Big him up. Big up ASAP Ferg.
Hey.
Crazy record with Jaylen Brown. MVP. Finals MVP.
Finals MVP. Yeah. NBA champion.
NBA champion.
Yeah. Yeah, so he dropped his track over
Is
the last
it
week.
a diss to Nike? Just do
It's
it?
called Just Do It. So to me, that's the first thing I thought of with his shots at Nike, and we were talking about it in regards to being off
snubbed.
the Olympic team. So I
Snubbed,
think
man.
that leads more to your conspiracy theory than mine.
It's not a conspiracy.
Oh, okay, all right.
It's
You're right.
a fact.
All right, it's facts.
Nike has control because he's better than a lot of guys that were on that team. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Okay. Bet. You know, so funny too. Did you watch the video?
I saw a bit of it.
Yeah.
The song is unbearable though.
Yeah. It's not. You know it.
He doesn't have that swag.
It's weird with athletes because I feel that when they're in their element, they have all the swag in the world. But
not for rap.
None of them do,
Nah.
bro.
He ain't got it.
Like
He ain't got it.
It's the flow cadence isn't there, and I think maybe that does go with 10,000 hours of training and mastering your craft. And
Bro.
if it's a part-time or a hobby thing, then you're never ever gonna get it. But
Bro.
they all sound equally trash.
Dame is the best rapper. Like he's the most natural baller rapper that I've heard.
100%.
Even Iverson
AI.
kind of sound off.
Yeah. No,
They don't have that smoothness in the flow.
But even Dame against a rapper, you can hear the difference. Like that track
Well,
with
he's in the
Wayne is
gym.
exactly. And it's not fair to put him up against
no,
Wayne.
Wayne
obviously.
has way more
Yeah,
than
obviously
10,000
it's
hours.
not. But
so.
you can just hear the difference, right? But shout out to him. He signed 300 mil, so I guess you get to do whatever you want.
That's a fact.
When you sign that.
Nobody's
big.
telling me nothing if I sign that.
Yeah. And it's so funny that you were. We talked about Ferg last week, and you said that how short he was, and I'm
Yeah.
thinking him in a video at 5'5" versus Jaylen Brown at 6'7".
Looks a little awkward.
Yeah, but in
Kid,
the video,
brother.
But in the video, you see the certain angles.
Nah,
like
they
were
know how to
shooting.
do it.
Yeah, they did it.
That's why these rappers look larger than life.
Yeah,
bro. They
exactly.
know how to play the angles.
They know how to play the angles.